Hello everyone, welcome back to a new bullet journal video. For this month I chose Harry Potter as my setup theme. As you might know, this is my second Harry Potter bullet journal setup, so if you haven't seen the other videos yet, you can watch them after this one. They will be linked in the description bar, but without further ado, let's head into the video because it is going to be a long one. I've created some cute wizard stickers for my Etsy shop and I thought it would be cool to show you how I use them in my journal. I hope that it will inspire you. Of course, you can watch this video if you don't have the stickers because I share a lot of ideas and tricks. For my monthly spread, I had this idea of using the magical car from the second book. And if you have seen any other videos of mine, you know that I always draw everything out first. So I have an outline I can use as my base. I mostly use watercolors, pencils, and fine liners. And if you try this technique that I'm using, make sure that the watercolors dry before you use any pencils or fine liners on top of them. Otherwise it will ruin your pen or it just won't work properly. So that's a little tip. As you can see here, I first painted a light layer of blue for the clouds, and when it was completely dry, I added a second layer on top. This creates more depth within the clouds, so use the darker colors in front and the lighter layers in the back. For my font, I chose the Harry Potter font, of course. I first drew out the outline of the letters and saw that it looked pretty cool as it was. But in my mind, I saw them filled in, so that is what I went for in the end. I also added a moon. There wasn't a specific reason why, I just really like moons or the moon in general, so that is why I had to add one. On to the planning part. Sometimes I make a long list with the days and the dates of the month, but I had this idea for the layout, so it was more practical to use this box system. On the right side of the page, I added a section for my notes or to-dos and of course my goals. Then I started working on my magical car, and this was the hardest part of this spread. I used a picture as a reference, which made it a bit easier, but it still took a lot of time. I find it hard to simplify things or drawings. Let me know in the comments if you are someone that makes realistic drawings or simplified ones. With a white Posca pen, I drew some highlights on the car, and then it was time to add some more details. I added some rust stains, for example, and with the fine liners I used, you can add more and more detail as well. I went back in with some water paint for some finishing touches, and then my monthly spread was almost done. I still wanted to add something because it felt a bit empty. I grabbed my wizard stickers and added some cute doodles to it. I also thought the monthly overview looked really plain, so I added some black and yellow, but I ended up hating it and made everything black. With the same white Posca pen I used before, I wrote down the numbers of the days. On to the next spread. My second spread always contains my mood and habit tracker or goals tracker. This time I wanted it to be a bit different from what I usually do. I always go to Pinterest and Instagram for inspiration. In Dutch we have this funny saying, better well stolen than invented poorly, rough translation. And this certainly applies to me. I saw this idea of using the house points counter as a habit or mood tracker, and I chose it to use it as my habit tracker because I saw another idea for my mood tracker, which I will show you in a minute. The 4 houses symbolize the 4 categories of my habits: work, health, love, and faith. Beneath the hourglasses, I wrote down all of my habit goals and gave them the color of the right category. When I complete a habit goal, I add a line of watercolor and some black dots as my sand. And I am really excited to see which hourglass will be filled first. And also, I would love to know what kind of things you keep track of. Let me know in the comments. For my mood tracker, I tried something new. I have seen a lot of variations on this sort of mood tracker. The idea is that you have a different color for different kinds of moods, and every day you fill in a little drawing or a drawing with the color of your mood. I chose to use Birdie Bot's Every Flavor Beans, a type of candy that is mentioned in the first Harry Potter book. Again, this took me a lot of time to illustrate because it is very detailed, but it was so much fun, and I love this little candy box with all of the colors and yeah, again, the details. I really do hope that at the end of this month the beans will be filled with colors of orange and yellow. because those are the happy colors that I chose for like joy and happiness. And yeah, I really wonder how it is going to turn out. I traced all the outlines with black fine liners in different kind of thicknesses. Is that a word? This gives the illustration more depth and a lot of more detail. So here I am drawing the beans without filling them in. Right next to the beans I write down the date of the day, and when a day is over I fill in the bean with the color of my mood. Next up is another tracker page with a stolen idea. I saw this idea on Instagram. Nicole made a Harry Potter theme for her journal as well. She used diagonally for her cover page and it looked so cute. I just had to steal it. Yeah, I will link her Instagram account in the description bar. She is very talented and has great ideas, so make sure to check out her Instagram. I drew some little houses as the stores from diagonally at the bottom of the page. At the top I drew and painted again some old parchment. On top of that I placed a broom sticker that I made. I thought it would look cute with the diagonally theme, but after I stopped filming I removed it and placed a piece of paper on top of it. It just didn't look right in a way. You can see it at the end of this video and on the pictures on my blog as well. I always do a little photo shoot with my journal after I filmed, because I tend to change things after I stop filming. And of course I love to share my work. Let me know in the comments if you came here through Instagram, because I would love to know. Sorry the lighting is changing so much, by the way. It is very hard to film in my apartment with natural lighting because we only have one set of windows, so as the sun comes and goes you will see it. But yeah, I was talking about the tracker I am making. This tracker is more work or social media related. I like to keep track of my Etsy sales because it really motivates me to work even harder on my web shop. I also wanted to keep track of my Instagram followers and YouTube subscribers. The funny thing is that while I am editing this video, I already hit 800 followers on Instagram. So I will have to change the numbers of this tracker if possible. I am thanking all of you for supporting me and my business, but most of all my creativity. It makes me so happy to read your lovely comments and see your recreations. It really makes my day when you tag me into your Instagram photos and show me that I inspired your work. And yeah, it just really makes me happy. So if you recreate anything, please tag me into your photo so I can see it. And yeah, thanks again from the bottom of my heart. The right side of this spread I kept blank because I wanted to place a quote there. I drew and painted it on a thicker piece of paper and scanned it in for you guys. I thought it would be cool to give you a printable for your journal and a background for your mobile phone. You can download them on my blog for free. I'm going to show you just one weekly spread because otherwise this video would be even longer. At the right top corner I drew a little calendar And I already drew out the layout and placed my wizard stickers on this page. I think it looks so good. It almost looks like I drew it on the paper of the bullet journal. And again, I changed it up a bit after I stopped filming because I thought it looked a bit too plain. For this setup, I wanted a very clean look because I already made another one and I totally messed it up with that one. I added too many stickers, doodles, illustrations, and so on. And yeah, so that's why it ended up glued together, the pages, I mean. You might have seen it on my Instagram stories, but I didn't want to put it in this video because yeah, it was not to my liking. And then my spreads for this upcoming month are done. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you like this video, and if you are still here, leave a lightning emoji in the comments down below. I would love to see who made it through the end, because this was a very long video, but I hope you loved it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time.